The plays. Let's go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, we begin. And the competitions are off. The timers will begin. And we're going to start on low rollers here. Veli, who you got?
Absolutely crazy. I got Team XQC going against Team Foosley. And right now, Team XQC, they're looking good. They got the die and they're rolling. These teams have been going hard right now. And I'm telling you right now, this game is going to be it this entire event. You see it right now? Woo!
I mean,
Foosley already in the lead.
Yeah, absolute speed demon.
Quick.
I mean, this is pretty slow stuff from Adept to start with, but XQC is going to tag and looking to make up for lost time.
I mean, you were talking about it. It's all about figuring out the motion of the low rollers, and it looks like they might have struggled a little bit on that first lap.
Collision early here for XQC on that first corner. He's got himself a die, but again, that holding on for dear life. He's not got a free hand.
Coming around the corner at the same time, no, this race has started to even up, and XQC has a massive uptick on the straightaway.
That's 2 out of 4 laps completed now. Adept goes into her second lap, and she's onto the races now, Foosley as well. That was very close. XQC with a bit of wiggle-waggle there, really picked up a bit of pace, but again, we're even.
Yeah, you know what I'm noticing is that they figured out how to smoothly pick up the obstacles and continue on their journey without it becoming a hindrance.
Here it is. Last lap coming up now for XQC and Anthony Z on the other side.
Oh!
Now, XQC needs the dice here, needs to not run into it and scoop it up.
Yeah, it's on a different spot of the track. He does hit some obstacles on the way, but makes the pickup.
He's well ahead as well. XQC on the final stretch. He's got to get himself to the finish line. He needs to hit the button, and he does it.
It looks like it says 1:30, but that's the unofficial time. We've got to calculate if there's any penalties. We'll wait for the final score. And it looks like, oh, and the button press on the other side. All right.
Judges now conferring to give us our final times, but I think we have a clear victor in this first run through here. XQC checking in with the chat.
I know. I feel like we need to. We need more info from Veli.
Hey, what's going on? By the way, XQC, good race, man. I'm gonna let you know now. You were zooming that last lap.
Yeah, she was doing better than me, though. She was doing crazy, yeah. Well, I'll admit that she did pretty good this time.
So you all set the tone right now. Do you think anyone else here are gonna match what you two?
Yeah, he was slow. He was turtle pace. Of course they're gonna match.
Oh, so wait, this is your teammate.
I know, and we need the best of the best today. Was that your best performance?
No, but we're on the same team. Stop roasting me. Also, we got to practice, and they won't get to practice. So we probably we're rank 1. I believe we're gonna be rank 1.
Okay, that's fine. If you believe, I believe. But the next ones, we're gonna crush everyone anyway, so we're fine.
There we go. Team chemistry at an all-time high, as you can see right here. Let's just back over to you, Wave Pun.
Thanks so much, Veli. All right. Again, all competitions happening simultaneously. Let's head over to Blockbuster. Nekra, who's competing over there? How are they doing?
Well, we've got Lulu, Lovely, and Ava on one side of the Blockbuster, and we've also got Hannah Rose and Tapple battling it out right now. Looks like Lulu and Ava are very close to being able to put it together, but it looks like they might have made a mistake. Uber, Glitter, what's going on?
Looks like we've got a bit of a construction phase here, so both teams have opted to build first, then put them inside the slot.
See, I love that this is the puzzle aspect first, and these are not easy puzzles. They are a little bit confusing, and that's right, and that's why you see them having to kind of remove some of the pieces. They thought it was on one side, now is it on the other? I mean, this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky, but it will even up when they get to the slingshot.
The fact that the images look like cards and they're symmetrical makes it so much harder, though. Like, oh, there's 2 faces. Wait, no, one of them's got to be upside down.
Well, did you also notice the faces on the cards?
Yes, they are iconic, of course. Again, so yeah, it looks like that Ava and Lulu Lovely had to reset earlier on here, so they might be a little bit behind.
They're so close.
Okay, we're finding the middle piece here. And this is just the first phase of this whole challenge, Glitter.
Yeah, exactly. So first, they're trying to lay it out, I'm assuming, to make the build easier. Once they have the design figured out, then it's got to go up in that little container. That's the yellow thing you guys see behind them. Once it's built vertically...
I don't think that's right.
No, the face looks a little weird to me, Uber.
Might be onto something here, we'll see. Again, okay. He's lost?
Pro tip in Tetris, if you have a 1 square opening, that's not right.
We have an admin down there.
Trading?
Trading
no
pieces? That gets mixed up.
Is that sabotage?
Or cooperation? I'm not sure. Okay. But then, which one is Tapal and Hannah's? Okay, they seem to have found their blocks again.
There's no way they have...
Wait, I'm so...
Oh, no!
It's right there. They are so close to getting this solved.
But it's not.
It doesn't
But
fit.
it's not. This is not... How? They're just missing one piece. They clearly have one of your pieces. Go over there and get a squiggly.
So
Steal it.
It's quite
just guys
possible.
run over and steal it.
In the chaos of both teams bringing down their
100%.
respective pieces,
Yeah.
there could have been a piece. Now, look at the spot. Both teams looking to compete theirs at the same time, and they've done so.
You gotta build it. You gotta build
Time
it up
for
on the
phase
top.
2 now.
Okay,
If they push from the top and the bottom, because they just put the whole thing in?
No, I don't think you have to have
It's a bit
very long
ambitious.
arms. Very long. I think it's only you. It's only you, Wave Punk.
Oh, okay. Again, you have to sit them in there just so. The looser that they sit, the easier they're going to come apart. So maybe you don't need to make it like Fort Knox. Yeah.
Okay, I like that strategy. Purposefully leaving a few
Planning
like
ahead.
gaps here and there so they fall out.
Also, you do have to transpose this the card from the ground. So that's not a sure thing either sometimes. But looks like they're getting assembled, and now we're on to what I would argue is the more complex part of this exercise.
Okay, it looks like Ava and Lulu are the first team to get it fully completed as Ava runs over to get the
Bombs
first
away.
shot.
Oh, beautiful!
Huge.
That's a huge hit. That's a broadside if I've ever seen one. Lulu steps up, takes a
That
shot.
was close.
They can't quite unseat. Damn, they're accurate. Unreal.
We were not this accurate, I will say that.
No, we went through about 34 balls. Yeah, had to collect them a couple times. I mean, this is looking a little one-sided right now.
Close too.
Tapel. Ava here, lining one up. The double-hander. Oh, my. They're going to have to hit that awfully hard to unseat that.
I think it's going to be a corner shot. I think they're going to have to go where the joints of the puzzle pieces are and kind of get a little bit of like loosening happening in that area. And meanwhile, on the other side, Hannah and Tapel haven't even knocked a single block off yet.
Yeah, these are rather durable.
Ooh.
Now, these teams are going to have to find out a way to collect these balls without getting hit by them. That's a whole nother... Oh, there it is.
Great shot!
You're dead right, Glitter. That's the clawed shot you were looking for.
I'm glad she was able... I feel like she was going for it the entire time and had to adjust her shot. Just a little bit of massive amount of blocks fall from the other side, though.
Things are coming to a fever pitch here now in Blockbuster. Lulu Lovely really going to need one more connection to end the game. Hannah Rose firing one up, and there it is. Not going to hit the button.
Good job, ladies.
Okay, wow, we're fresh off of the Blockbuster. You guys just killed it. I do feel like you got a little bit of a setback, though, with those puzzle pieces getting mixed up. How'd you hold it together?
She kept a calm head. Cool head, cool head. She kept us together.
Something's not right here, and we had 3 faces, so once we figured that out, it was fine. So.
Also, we didn't get timed at all, right? Because we ran the pieces one by one, so I feel like we did good. I thought it was going to be. Because we had no idea what the image was going to be, and I was like, wait, it's a card, so there's a top and a bottom.
Yeah, a little hard to be the first ones up to the challenge, but you guys absolutely nailed it. I mean, Lulu, you hit this major shot at the very beginning, knocking over like 80%. That had got to feel like really good. You guys did great.
Thank you.
That was fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you all get a really well-deserved rest. Good luck with the rest of your challenges today. All right, Caleb, back to you.
Thank you so much, Necra. That was a crazy challenge. I don't think they beat the record of 412, but I also will say they were sabotaged a little bit at the beginning.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
true.
know,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
not,
yeah, I think we had like a spaghetti soup
Am
of
I
pieces.
glistening?
I don't know if that was like maybe a problem with the setup, but still, I mean, both teams were afflicted by the same issue. So
Yeah,
you could argue that
that's
competitive
true.
integrity was maintained.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for sure. All right, so I will say I was watching Nick and Molina over here on Shdiggywow, and I think they maybe just set like 60 points or something. It was crazy. She was completely covered and was like high on the wall. So
Yep.
that's gonna be wild. Let's take a look though. Here is the rotation, by the way, of what team is at what challenge right now. So we watched Lulu and Ava there complete Blockbuster, and we watched them compete against Puns and Foolish Gamers. We watched Fuslie go up against XQC on low rollers. So a few other challenges still going down here, Glitter.
Yeah, I mean, we still have a lot of action going on the floor. Like you said, Wave Punk, what you guys are seeing on your screen right now is Sticky Wall, and that is a fan favorite.
I'm ready to watch this one. It's going to be Hassan and Will Neff going at it right now. And it looks like Hassan is going to be the one throwing the balls here. Necra, you see the action?
Seeing the action right now, Hassan is getting ready at the pitch to start throwing these balls right at Will Neff. Will Neff is ready on the bouncer to get ready. Uber, Glitter, this is going to be exciting.
Will Neff is saying.
I mean, Hassan is built like an Olympic shot putter, but look at this finesse. He's just lobbing these balls in, and it's 100% hit rate so far.
How is it so perfectly straight? He can't see what's going on. I mean, we can hear the communication coming out of Will Neff.
Is he echolocating? Has he evolved that much?
They're way too calm and
Is he
composed
related
right
to
now.
the porpoise species?
He's got to be.
Unreal.
Have they missed a single ball yet here?
No, and bear in mind that Wilnev can't step past that line. He can't use his hands either, so he's catching these on his body.
This is actually insane right now. This is the most cohesive one I've seen here to date. He's listening, he's adjusting his throws, and Will is making sure that his body's built.
He started to get wide, though. I think his perceived center was to the right, but he's adjusted that a little bit now. A lot of connections here, and Will is going to get ready to try and stick himself to the wall.
Oh, does he get above the point multiplier and stick? That was a great stick. Wow.
Look at him.
The feet pull up is so clutch in that scenario.
Yeah, you really almost need to go semi-fetus there if you want to, go into the back. Because if your feet cross those lines, obviously you're not getting the multipliers. That's
Did
a
we
huge
just hear
flaw.
tie?
Then they just tied whatever the current first place.
You're kidding me.
Which only means that the Capital One vault will become relevant a little bit later on. Look at that. 51!
Wow.
51. How is it 51, Mr. Admin, when doesn't the score get doubled?
No, it's tripled when it's above the second line.
So that would make sense then. 5 + 1 is 6, which is a multiple.
Nicely done. You're trying to do maths on air? Okay, that's risky business. I just want to point out that Soda Poppin made quite a statement saying that he would be comfortably winning this challenge, even though he went first. He and Russell, 18 points. A paltry score by comparison.
We'll see what happens there. So, all right.
I'm here. We're getting them ready.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Cutie and Maya next here. So let's talk to Decker, though. Who you got?
All right, everybody, we've got Will now hot off the bouncer right now. You tied for 51 points. What was the how'd you do that?
I grew up watching a lot of World Cup soccer. I summoned my goalie there. I was all over the place. I knew I had a hell of a shooter. He's called the communist rifle over there. So I knew I just had to bring my part of the competition, catch him, and stick up on that wall.
You are so good at making sure you got all of those shots. And Hassan, you had like the stance going when you were trying to throw those balls.
Yeah, I mean, look, I wouldn't be able to do it without Will. Obviously, we're a team. We're two halves.
Yes.
That's why teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
Yep.
We're in it to win it.
You guys are absolutely in it to win it.
I'm a little bummed that we only hit 51. Nick played really well. Milena played really well. I wish we could have gotten a couple more. Yeah, we did. We did come to win.
So you guys are shooting for that first place spot, first place seat?
Absolutely. Let me tell you something, okay? We have a lot of disadvantages here. We're unfortunately the biggest team pound for pound.
Yep.
A lot of these competitions, unfortunately, do not favor those who are heavier than others. You fall into that ball pit back there.
This one's for the
You're
Husky
diving
lads.
in.
This one's for the Husky boy.
We're not doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for you out there, the Twitch chatter that's overweight. We're doing it for you, the big boys.
I love it. Thank you so much, Will and Hassan. We're going to go ahead and throw it right back to you guys.
The Big Boys Club, well represented.
The Husky Boys.
He looked ripped. I don't know.
Anyways,
I
mean, Hassan looks like he just rolled out of a rucksack in the Yukon, so fair enough.
Reminder to go check out all the Twitch streams live to see all their unique perspectives of this competition. You can check them all out on the Twitch Rivals extension. Meanwhile, it sounds like Sancho, the only person we haven't talked to yet in the competition. How's it going?
It is going, man. It's unbelievable to see the different strategies that we have so far. Already we had Myth and its Timmy getting 28 points, Cypher and Lucky getting 20. Let me look at it, double check again, 22 points. And right now, we got Tyler 1 and Michaela about to go. And I'm telling you, the strategies are already coming out.
Tyler 1 has an insane vertical jump. He's got a 555-pound bench press, and this guy can squat like an ox. If they could squat. Look at the jump. It's an easy 3 to start.
Instantly goes for the 3. Now, that was one of the ones that I did have questions about what the strategy was going to be for some of these teams. If they were going to go for it first, seems like they did here. And then Michaela follows it up with the 2.
And look, these are our stars, of course, of the Tyler 1 power meet. We've had 2 of them already. Both have demonstrated their athletic prowess here, and they are going to get as many of these chips as they can.
I'm not going to lie, that power meet was amazing. I loved watching that entire thing, and I love the fact that we've got 2 insanely strong, fit competitors here. They're making this look easy.
You have to understand that Tyler is trained ever since he was in high school. He obviously played on his high school football team, was quite talented, and really was focused on his physical development from a young age. And Michaela has also been with him for every step of the way in recent years, as though those two have gone from strength to strength in terms of their physical fitness. I think she just plucked that one away.
Listen, they're on to the easy ones now. They can finish this up. Did you notice they're not even using the rope to climb up the slope? They're just running straight up it.
No messing.
And that's all of them, right?
That was quick.
Yo,
that
folks, the hardest part, though, is getting out of the pit. That is where a lot of our competitors are trying to get that kind of get out of there, be efficient, and it tuckers them out. You're seeing right now a little bit gassed, a little bit winded, and that has been a factor when it comes to the putt-putt side of things.
Also, if a chip has already been knocked down, they're allowed to jump and then pick it up as if it was the one. So you see Tyler there grabbing that.
And that has been the
9
strategy
seconds
for
to spare.
Cypher PK's duo. Cypher PK got 2 chips, and basically they made their jumps efficient.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you don't have to jump out anymore. You just drop in, grab what you need, and come out. But you can see here, these two put that effort in. Didn't bother with the rope. It was all about speed. They had time to spare, but now we need to make sure these golf shots are on point. I don't know, Tyler. His athletic exploits are wide ranging. I'm not sure if golf falls under that.
I mean, he did single-handedly win that tug of war earlier.
Yeah, right here.
And now, after chip shot, this has been pretty crazy.
Yo, Tyler won, man. Already, dude, you were the beast in the tug of war. It's unbelievable to see how you feel after doing chip shot.
Yo, I'm 6'5", 255 pounds.
Facts.
So getting out of the pit for a big guy like me.
Facts.
That was pretty hard. That's a workout right there.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, maybe you were able to clear out the entire field. Any concerns doing the putt-putt?
Listen, I play putt-putt every Saturday for about 3 hours. Been doing it about for 25 years. This won't be a problem.
No problems for Tyler 1. Now look, already 28 points is the lead. How much you gonna walk away here?
28's a little low. We probably get 40, 45.
I believe it. I believe it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and let them set that up here. Now it's gonna be exciting. It's all down to the putt-putt. You can miss it. You can get 5 points max. You can get 1. And if it goes off the course, it doesn't count. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. You can see the roulette wheel spinning there. There is an element of luck or timing, I think, to this glitter, and it's not just making the shot. It's
100%. I mean, I'm hoping that they kind of scoped it out a little bit as they were walking over to see what point values are available.
Oh my!
That was not a 5. Oh my God, that was. That's another!
Oh my goodness!
Well, he said 40 points.
That's
He's
the
off
best
to the
of the five.
races. Shut the front door.
Okay, he's mortal.
I don't think we've seen double 5s like that. That was
No, we haven't. We haven't.
All right, I think we're at 12 right now. That's another one, 13.
This is huge.
A lot of these balls are going for 1 point.
See, and that's the the unlucky side of the roulette wheels. That sometimes that's what happens. You talked about timing. I feel like he's got it down.
The rhythm's absolutely there. Look at this. I mean, again, trying to make sure he gets. Oh my! Another 5. Making sure he makes these shots in time. Too much habanero on that one, but still plenty of balls to send down. Last one.
Nice.
That was a solid run.
Absolutely. Stop the roulette wheel to make counting easier, but beautiful stuff there from Tyler 1 as Michaela looks on.
I gotta say, y'all, that is probably by far the best performance I've seen. Yo, that's a big score, Tyler 1. It's gonna be a big dog. I've never seen double 5. We've seen a couple 5s here and there, but that was insane.
How many 5s did he end up with there in total, Sancho?
I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be a big one. We're gonna get the score ready to roll already. 28 is the score to beat. Admin's going in. Let me see the score.
Show it this way.
What are we at?
34!
34!
Ooh.
Wow.
Every Saturday, 3 hours a day, folks. Every Saturday, 3 hours a day.
Do it. Unreal. Again, highest total we've had so far today in chip shot. Tyler letting them know.
That's the perspective from his stream. This is you gotta have multiple monitors to watch Twitch
That's the
Rivals.
view from 6'8" inches in the air. Don't get vertigo now, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
225 pounds. He can bench double his weight.
I mean, yeah, the man benches over 550 pounds.
Ilzig needs a little bit of a break for the next run here. But okay, so the competition is for round 1 seems to slowly be winding down here as most of the people are through their competitions. Let's take a look at a replay from Sticky Wall earlier. I think it was Maya and Cutie Cinderella going for it. They were the final team to go. Let's see how this went. Okay.
See, this is the part that's hard. Not understanding the distance, or if sometimes you feel like you're throwing straight and it's going completely to Narnia, but you obviously have no idea because you're blindfolded.
The underhand play is probably the go, but see, here's the problem. If you get off course, you need to give yourself a little bit of time to reset. Doesn't look like that was the case here.
Yeah, I think that it combined with maybe a little bit of the communication, which is hard. There's a lot going on. You got to be able to hear, you know? So there's so many factors going into this. They do seem to be bringing it back a little bit towards the end here once they kind of find a rhythm and a flow, because these throws are strong.
Again, they're coming out, they're getting more and more spirited. Perhaps Maya is hurling insults. I can't tell right now because these throws are getting more and more frenzied as time goes on.
Okay, wait. For the jump.
And we go front or back. It's got to be back. Bouncing.
No way!
Clean.
Well done.
Great!
So I think Will Neff made a decent point there earlier on, is that, you know, the more you weigh, the harder it is to stick to that wall, right? So
100%.
Obviously, great finish. This is a sticky wall angel move. Love to see it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Perfect 10 from the judges.
I tried to do that, and I was not successful on at least the first 4 tries, so.
That's a good smile there. I want to know what the score was, though. What was their score on that? Because that was we had 57. I just got told the record was 51.
Again, bear in mind, it's about, you notice the balls were being thrown faster than Hassan did. Hassan was taking his time. So remember, you don't have a finite number of balls. It's as many as you can throw in the time allotted. So again, maybe you're missing a few of those shots if you're Cutie Cinderella, but you're getting enough coverage to ensure a high score.
What a performance. All right, they're still going to chip shot, though. Who you got, Sancho?
Nick A30 and replays going at it, and already, like I said, strategies developing. You're seeing it in action, the double knockdown. And remember, competitors cannot take more than 1 chip, but look at that height from Nick A30, baby. This man is flying. He is soaring. He is amazing.
Okay, did you see the placement that replays is getting himself right on the edge of the foam pit so that there's not a lot of energy expended every time he gets out?
Yeah, that's right. A little bit of a risk, though. You don't want to hit the side, of course. It's padded somewhat, but there's still quite a fall. Now, 50 seconds still left, so these guys have a ton of time. They've knocked all the chips into the pit. Now they're just on collection duty. This is just housekeeping.
I like that they have the strategy of knocking them into the pit so then they can keep grabbing them as they're making these jumps in their allotted amount of time.
And still, obviously, it takes, you know, we talked about it a bunch, the energy that it requires to get out of the pit is still quite significant. So these guys are still burning those cals, and again, you know, maybe there's a trick to knocking as many of the foam blocks out as you can, so you're less encumbered, but I think we've got most of those chips in the allotted time here as Nick A is going to make one more jump in.
Yeah.
Now, one thing we saw from Tyler was they got all the chips.
Yeah.
But then the great limiter was the amount of time you had to make your shots. You had to just start machine gunning them at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't really just waggle the high knee and line up those putts as much as you'd like. Quite often you are being put under a bit of pressure, not something that obviously you know, PGA Tour competitors have to deal with. Plenty of chips here. They're now being counted up as the blocks are being returned to the pool.
Honestly, they looked like they were feeling good after that run, so now it's just down to getting as many points as they possibly can. But Nick looked happy with the results of what they got.
Like, I want to suggest that I think that, you know, the baseline or the bare minimum is to get all the chips in within that time. I think most teams have figured out by now that, you know, you can basically knock all of them down pretty easily. They're binder clips holding them up there.
Yep.
So really, it's a good hard knock will send them flying. The bare minimum is to get all of those chips. It really comes down to how you shoot these shots. And Sancho looks like they're getting ready to make a couple putts.
Yeah, no doubt. That is what's been the determining factor. Like, I'm just amazed. I'm still blown away by Tyler 1 hitting that. And there have been different strategies here as well. One time they got one person putting, the other person giving coaching tips like a Cypher BK. And here, it looks like both Nick A30 and replays will be taking the putts.
Here it is. Nick A30 stepping up first.
Oh, Nick A30 on the green, stepping up for a 10-foot putt.
Okay, so this is what they're doing. They are pointing out where the 5 is.
Oh, this
so look,
is
replays is
brilliant.
literally just pointing where the 5 is, and Nick is going to try to hit it in.
See, now this is the type of teamwork I was hoping that we would see. Oh, nice! Out of some of these duos.
Couldn't ask for a better turnout here, of course. The Twitch Rivals Putt Championships.
Yes.
Again, so look, it's one thing to know where the 5 is, it's another to be able to coincide your ball, especially if you're banking it off the side there. They're just going for volume here, trying to get as many balls down the green.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many factors in these events. That's why they're not as easy as they seem. He has figured out a multi-ball send strategy, but I don't know if it's working out.
The behind
a little cheap.
Timer.
Now you'd think he was blindfolded like Sticky Ball, but no, you can see.
He's got it. He's got
it.
He's got at least 4 5s in there. Wow. All right. We'll wait for the point total.
All things considered, a ball failing to launch there halfway down the green, but still with so many 5s, you can make up a lot of those points. But where was Tyler 1? Are we talking in the 50s?
It was for Tyler. It was 37.
Okay, 37. Yeah. So you're chasing quite a lofty total.
We'll see as they count.
Oh my goodness. Let's
How's
see
it
what
looking, Sancho?
I mean, right now Nick is huffing and puffing. This man is fit, but no doubt putt-putt is intense. It's insane. How do you feel after that performance? Let's see the score. Hey, 35. How do you feel?
Is that good? Are we, what was it?
You beat Tyler 1?
Oh my God. Hey, honestly, the trick was to just get in and get out as quick as possible. It didn't.
I came up with the idea to put the 5 or to have my finger over the 5, so it helped out a lot.
Yeah, it helped out a lot. Yeah. At one point, I just had to swing because I was running out of time, but it's surprising how much it takes to kind of get involved in these. Because I'm like out of breath, and I go for jogs every day, so.
Yo, I think by far Nick has the lead alongside with replays, but I don't know, if we could pull out replay, you got really high up there, man. You got the most air out of everyone I've seen jumping off.
I mean, hey, I guess it's just going to the gym doing legs, not skipping leg day. So, I mean.
Nah, dude, I seen Tyler 1's legs. He does not skip leg day, no doubt. Yo, replays, you've been doing IRL challenges with us. I mean, we actually competed with the IRL Battle Royale. How are you feeling after that performance?
I'm feeling out of breath. I am so tired from the first one, but you know what? We crushed it. I think we have the best time and stuff so far. We do. And we're gonna keep that piece going, so let's get it.
Yo, just like the boys always say, lettuce and tomatoes. That's right, lettuce and tomatoes.